Hi, I'm the Memory Curator, and my mission is to help people preserve their memories and share their stories, preserving them for future generations. Today we're going to be looking at one of the newest offerings in my Etsy shop for memory keeping. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you stick around till the end. After you make your purchase on Etsy, you will receive a download link to a one-page PDF. In the document, there will be 3 links. One to the digital images, the second to the Canva template, and then the third is to a tutorial. So the first thing you'll want to do is click on the download link, which will automatically download the digital files. So you'll want to go in and unzip that. Then the second link will open the Canva template. And so this is the screen that will pop up. Hopefully by now you already have a Canva account, and this will work with both the free or pro account. So this screen will pop up, and when you click on Use Template, it will go ahead and open up the template, Canine Chronicles. The template contains about 13 pages, which you can copy, duplicate, change. They all have a similar layout, holding 16 photos with different background papers. And at the end, there's a page with some text boxes that I just created for convenience so that you can use these different size text boxes in any of your pages. So one of the first things that you'll want to do if you're working on your album is to go ahead and upload the digital files that you just unzipped. It's still working on some of these, but I'll go ahead and explain. So most all of the digital files are little squares that you can use in a number of different ways. In scrapbooking, this is often referred to as pocket scrapping, because as you can see, we have these 16 squares, and we can put these different images in the squares, or we can put them on top and have them take up the middle 4 or the left 4, and so on and so forth, or even the full-size pages. There's a lot of different things we can do. So these are called frames in Canva. So you can move these little elements into the frames. You would do that by just simply dragging until it clicks into the frame like that. Or if you just click on an item, then it creates, a big image. And this is your album, so you can do whatever you want. There's so many different styles of pages you can create here. This is the undo button. I'm going to go ahead and back out of that. Again, these are background papers, so if you wanted, for example, and again, you can resize any of these. There's so many different variations of what you can do. But I'm going to start out with just a really simple way to show you how to do a year in review album and have each 2 pages be 1 month. So I'm going to start out by, I'm going to take this page right here, and let's say that I want this to be January. I'm going to go ahead and just change my title. And then I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate this page, because we're going to have a 2-page spread for January. So let's say in this case it defaults to a date right now, but I might want to give it another name down here. So let's just say let's just say I want to change that to a title, such as playing around. And maybe I want to say first month at home or something. Let's say it's an animal that I just adopted. So you can change this. Again, the sky's the limit. So when we look at the things that are included, we've got these cute little cartoon dogs, we've got background papers, then we have quotes for each month. So let's say we're starting with January, and then we also have just the months defined with numbers, like so. So let's say we want this to be January, and let's say we want to have January, the month indicator, to be bigger. So we can just resize that. There's our January, page 1. And then let's say we want to have all the pages start out like this. And then the other page for January, maybe we want to use our quote. But maybe we don't want it to be quite so big. Maybe we want the quote for January to just be, to take up a little space like that. Right? Okay, so we now want to put in for January our January photos. So I'm just going to go find my photos right now. Okay, let's see. Photos for collages. There's our first page. And then maybe for our second page, we'll just continue putting in some images. Oh, and in this case, if that happens, you can delete it, or you can do the undo button to remove it. So I am just going to continue putting in photos, but let's say that I know I'm going to want to tell a story about each month and what happened. So this is what I was saying before. On the last page, I created some journal boxes. So let's just say I think for this first month, I want this type. So I can just copy this and then go back up to page 2. Click somewhere on it and then just say paste. See, that put the block in right there. So I can add my journaling here for what went on in January. There we go. And this slider down here at the bottom, this is how you can zoom in or out. Okay, so let's say I want to write on the text right now. And I've included a quote for each month. This says, "In the cold of winter, a dog's warm heart fills our lives with love and joy." But let's say for this one, I think journaling is one of the most important things that you can do. type any kind of stories that you want. And so there you go. There's your basis of your 2-page spread for January. And let's say that you're looking at this and maybe you don't have enough photos. So this is where you can go back to your uploads that you just uploaded, and this is where you can put in some cute little images, other quotes. Let's say we filled this up. And here's something that's really interesting. So let's say I like this, but I don't really love this background color. You can click on this, and one of the really cool features of Canva is that when you click on the color, you can edit this, but you can click on the color and it will automatically bring up all the different photos. Well, in this case, they're all black and white, but down here, because it's also picking up these images, let's say we decide that we might want to kind of bring out this peach color, or maybe more of a beige or something. So, and again, if you decide, oh, I don't really like this plain white background, you can go in here and find one of the papers and replace it. Let's replace that background paper with, I love these grid papers. So I replaced it, but you see it's in the front. So all you have to do is simply go to position, and then you can say to back, and it'll take that all the way to the background. So this is just a really nice looking page. So since this is a 2-page spread, I would probably do the same thing to this other page. And again, go to position, send it to the back. So there you go, there's page 1. And I hope you can see all the endless possibilities. So yeah, it makes it just a super easy way. At the end of each month, you can go in and put in your photos, and at the end of the year, you'll have a great little keepsake. And you could print these out individually. You could download them as PDFs or JPEGs and then upload them and create a photo book. You might even be able to print right from Canva. Right here, like a square photo book, for example. So 22 pages, but there it gives you a little image of what the first page would look like. So in this case, you'd probably want a cover page of some sort. So, for example, let's make one real quick. And if you're not familiar with Canva, just play around. And watch some tutorials. It's really pretty intuitive, and it's just such an amazing way to easily create a photo book or scrapbook. So there you go. We've got page 1, and then we would open it up, and we would have January, a 2-page spread for January, and so on. I will be coming up with some additional kinds of dog and pet photo albums, so be on the lookout for that, as well as other kind of shared Canva templates for memory keeping. Thank you for watching and sticking around until the end. My mission is to help people preserve their memories and capture their stories. It's something that I'm working on personally. So I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and join me on this journey. Thank you.